Like humans, animals have emotions but express them differently. There's hardly a moment that goes by without hearing one or two heart-wrenching stories from animals. In today's video, we look at 15 animals who did things and melted everyone's heart. Bull elk bonding with human. Looking at this footage, you may guess that there's a feud between the animal and this man. You're mistaken because what you see is a bonding session. This photographer was taking pictures in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park when this bull elk approached him. It probably admired him from afar and thought to go closer. He butted heads with him to the amazement of everyone. It was later that the photographer explained that it was a friendly encounter. Orangutan feeds tiger. This event occurred at Myrtle Beach in South Carolina. It happened that this orangutan and the tiger cubs found themselves in the same habitat. Ordinarily, that shouldn't have happened, but human encroachment and illicit hunting have caused them to flee from their homes. These two animal species found themselves in a park and had no option but to bond. The orangutan had watched humans feed the cubs and thought to replicate it. While onlookers filmed from the corner, the bigger animal assumed a motherly role and fed the excited cubs. The baby tigers don't seem to notice that this animal isn't one of their kind. They're glad to have a bigger guardian and someone who genuinely cares about them. Deer thanks rescuer. How do you appreciate someone who's left a positive mark on your life? If you're still confused how to go about it, you might learn a thing or two from this deer. This animal was wandering as a child when this lady saw it. Her mother had abandoned her for an unknown reason. She took her into her home and cared for her to ensure she was healthy and fit to join her peers at the right time. The animal soon recovered and was mature enough to join a herd. When the woman set it out to live a normal life, the animal was grateful and never forgot the woman that gave her a second chance to live. She would visit and always have a bottle of milk before leaving. Moco the lifesaver. Moco is a bottlenose dolphin known to save lives. Everyone who's encountered him at the North Island coastline of New Zealand has positive things to say about the animal. He would come to the rescue of swimmers on the verge of drowning. If it sees a predatory shark nearby, it goes closer to swimmers to warn them of the impending doom. It now behooves the person to act fast. The animal became popular when it rescued 2 sperm whales trapped by a sandbar. Unfortunately, this superhero passed on in 2010, but is not easily forgotten thanks to its contributions at sea. Goose, an attachment to a human. Birds are emotionally intelligent animals. They know what they want and always go for it. The goose in this clip is in a park in Los Angeles. The animal developed an unusual attachment with a retired salesman who visits the park regularly. While this seems like average behavior, there's more to it. Despite the thousands of people that visit the area daily, it's attached to only one man and would walk around the park with it. The bird would attack any animal that dares to get too close to her friend, even if that creature's stronger. It's said that it once attacked a pit bull. Because of his love for this animal, the man stopped eating poultry as he couldn't bear betraying his friend. Dog gazes at veterinarian. If you've ever taken your pet to the vet, you'll agree that it's a bit of a heinous task for you and the doctor. Most of them get aggressive, especially at the sight of injections. Well, this injured dog is unusually calm as the vet treats him. You may think that the animal was tranquilized because of how calm it was. No, the vet just had her way around the animal and got it to stay still. From the dog's eyes, we can interpret 1,000,001 thank yous. Horses visit the dying owner. Roberto Gonzalez was a veteran in the U.S. Army who made a simple wish before his death. He asked that his favorite horses, Sugar and Ringo, stay beside him till he passes. Despite being paralyzed from the war, he returned to his home in Texas to start a ranch so he could interact with his favorite animals. He ran it successfully until he fell ill and his organs were failing. His family ensured that his last wishes came to pass as they brought his favorite animals who understood that it was going to be the last time they'll see him. They gave them their final nozzle and spent his last moments with him. It was an emotional one for his family and friends. Parrot kisses her toy. This clip shows the heart-wrenching moment an Indian ringneck parrot kissed its toy. The bird species is known to sing and dance because it's their favorite pastime. When this species saw that it was alone with its favorite toy, it showered it with lots of kisses. Who knows how far this toy had been with it and how it helped it cure its boredom? Researchers say this species of bird is sometimes too difficult to train. People who own it are sometimes forced to release them into the wild. The others who manage to keep it buy a toy to keep them company because they may not be available for their emotional needs. Elephant sleeps at the sound of caretaker's voice. Elephants are super smart animals. They're sensitive to care and affection too. Lek is an elephant caregiver in Thailand. She's been doing this job for many years and is a professional at it. She has a special elephant which she sings to, and it falls asleep immediately. She uses the opportunity to rest too. The authorities at the park confirmed that her lullaby works like magic for the Asian giant. The animal's also known to pull her close with its trunk to give her a hug when it feels emotionally detached. Lek is now famous because of this elephant and is featured on Nat Geo Wild and many other animal channels. Hero cat saves baby. We think that we're in control when sometimes animals are. The parents in this clip left their toddler alone in the room without shutting the door. The exit door has stairs outside that children, especially toddlers, shouldn't go close to. However, the parents of this toddler are negligent and left their child to their fate. Thanks to this cat, the child's life is spared. The feline creature sensed that the child was approaching the door, ran to stop her, and gestured that she returns to her initial position. The innocent child turns and goes back. The cat isn't satisfied as it remains at the door to ensure the child doesn't come close again. If this animal hadn't paid attention, the result would have been disastrous. Deer are attracted by music. Humans and animals alike love the sound of good music. Like the elephant in the previous entry, this deer is attracted to the soles of Naomi's harp. The musician had chosen to shoot her music video in that location because she had a connection with the animals that live there. While she had expected them to be interested in her music, she didn't expect to see a deer come out of the bush to glare at her in admiration. The animal loved the sound and wanted to know where it came from. Maybe a few other animals came to grace the stage after this deer. Baby sloth and teddy bear. This baby sloth was only 7 weeks old when her mother stopped producing milk. Zookeepers knew how hard it would be for the animal to cope, so they purchased a teddy bear to help the clueless sloth. They fed it with goat's milk enriched with vitamins. The animal was able to cope with its new life thanks to its toy, which it hugs tightly. The team realized the animal easily coped with the new feeding pattern because of the teddy. The duo captured the hearts of internet users, and the story soon went viral. Zookeepers named the sloth Edward after it grew into a toddler. Number 3. Rabbid welcomes owner. We don't expect much from domestic rabbits, which is why many people would gladly choose a dog over them. Well, if you've met Beanie, you'd think differently. This pet is a painter, basketball, and entrepreneur. His owner traveled for weeks and returned. The rabbit showered him with kisses on his hair, showing he missed him so much. Not many species are capable of this act. His paintings are so beautiful that they're sold for about $350. This animal's making so much for itself and the man who adopted him. And if you've seen the rabbit version of the famous movie Home Alone, you'll know that this animal is one of the smartest you'll ever meet. Kittens swim to safety. Two friends were on a fishing trip to the Warrior River when they encountered the most unexpected sight ever. They could hear sounds from the river, but couldn't deduce where it came from. They remained still for a second, only to find two kittens swimming towards them. These babies somehow fell into the lake and managed to hold on, hoping that a savior would come around. They were indeed lucky, as the men were patient to wait for them to get closer. They realized the kittens were twins and might not have made it if they stayed in the water longer. They dried their skin, and the animals were later fostered by a local.
Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell, and you will get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it really works.
Incredible Coco. Coco is one of the most intelligent gorillas in the world. Born on July 4th, 1974, this animal remains a wonder to many. It lived in the Gorilla Foundation in the Santa Cruz Mountain. Its trainers had begun teaching him sign language since he was a child. As an adult, it acquired over 1,000 signs in the hybrid gorilla sign language. It also understood over 2,000 words from spoken English. Interestingly, she understood the semantics and syntax of the English language. On top of all these, it adopted a kitten as its own and took care of it. All these attributes melted the heart of anyone that came around it.